is what I did. It was the wrong speech was about to come out of my mouth.
You were about to think it was 11 o'clock.
I was about to welcome everybody and get them out of that waiting room, but no, they have to stay in the waiting room. If you're in the waiting room, stay there. It's not
Stay there.
time. Okay, we're still working hard in the OR. Wait for news. But no, get out of the student union. Walk across the quad. Get on into this lecture hall. It's time for Days for Dummies. Hey, everybody, it's me, Matt.
Everybody's cat.
We're going to talk about Days of Our Lives. We're going to go
We
through
are.
it beat by beat, bullet point by bullet point, breaking it all down for you, explaining what it all means, every moment that has led up to this week's tremendous revelations, and the deep and intricate history of each and every one of these characters' families leading up to today on Days of Our Lives. Stay tuned for that amount of detail because we are experts. I say with heavy and dripping sarcasm.
Exactly.
Hi, Laura. Hi, Laura. Oh, goodness gracious. Hi, Mom.
Hi,
That's,
sweetheart.
that's my mom, by the way.
Good morning. Good Sunday
Oh,
morning.
goodness gracious. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. Just to put everybody's mind at ease, if you have any questions, I'm fine. I'm still at home, still able to podcast. Other people are in more trouble than I am currently.
But any of you have a question or two for Matt, since he does live there. He does live in
Throw it
Southern
on
California.
up. Oh, I'll answer it. I'll tell you the truth.
He's experiencing, even though his home is safe, he's experiencing what's happening in Southern California firsthand.
Oh, yes, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm in Sherman Oaks, Van Nuys
Mhm,
area, which is not too far away from Encino, which was
mhm.
threatened yesterday and the day before. Kind of worried about it on Friday night into Saturday. Throughout Saturday and less so today, thankfully. So good work to the fire departments across many states and several countries that have all come
Yeah,
here to fight these blazes that are
yeah.
uh, that are happening here in Los Angeles. So
And
yeah.
eventually, I mean, it's not going to happen today, but eventually all these fires are going to be put out.
Oh yes, absolutely.
They're
We're
going
going
to
to
be put
contain
out.
them. They're no longer going to spread. They're going to burn what it is that they are burning, and then they will be done. And then
Hmm.
rebuilding will begin.
Yeah, and I know that's quite a process. These folks are not going to get a permit next week and get on it. No, that's not going
No,
to
no,
happen.
no, no, no. It's gonna be a tough time for Los Angeles here in 2025. There's gonna be a number of people looking for new places to live,
Hmm.
and there's gonna be a number of decisions that are going to have to be made when it comes to business operations, the future
Hmm.
of where this business is going to take place. Now that maybe their CEOs, presidents, and board members who may have lived in Pacific Palisades may go somewhere else. Who knows? I
That,
don't.
that could very well happen. That could very well happen.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And that, not to only worry about those who are affluent, but that does have an impact on those who are not, because we
It
rely
does.
on them to give us some of their money so we can live.
All of it, all of it. Like you said when we were talking yesterday or the day before, um, LA is never going to be the same.
Yeah, it's going to be potentially a big paradigm shift here in Los Angeles. So I don't know what to expect, and I'm not an expert, so I'm not going to sit here and try to speculate too much about what the future is.
Of
But as
course.
it stands right now, I would say that the city on whole is totally focused on what's going on and being ready for anything. Even even from me, from my point of view and perspective, when it first started, I'm like, okay, well, it's all the way across the mountain.
Hmm.
Man, what a bummer for them.
Hmm.
And several days later, it reached areas that I didn't think it would.
Yeah,
So so it's like
because
that
it's
for
so
everybody.
massive. It's so massive.
Yeah, and it's like that for everybody. It doesn't matter if you're in deep downtown Los Angeles, living in some sort of skyscraper. You're having imaginings.
Sure,
So,
sure.
but not to be too much of a bummer. I mean, ample warning. cleared evacuation zones. The loss of life has been very small for the amount of people that have been affected by this fire.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of silver lining around this tragedy. So crossing our fingers, hoping for the best, leaving that behind, jumping into the fantasy world of Salem, Illinois,
Let's go.
where the town is as big as a square and the houses that surround it. Oh, goodness gracious. Laura, Michelle, Sandra, Keita, Jeannie, all of them are here for class. They're settling in. They're bringing out their notebooks.
Oh, good.
Pulling out their textbooks. Flipping to chapter 12, everybody. Chapter 12 today. Teen pregnancy.
Okay. Chapter 12 is teen pregnancy. Well, you know what? The most ridiculous response I thought of Mrs. Cho, right?
Choi.
The most ridiculous thing that she came up with, I thought, was the kids got to get married.
The kids got to get married, but then they're like, wait a minute, what if we just gave you money? And she was like, okay, maybe. So what if that's what she just wanted the whole time? Was like, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that Brady Black pie.
Well, I tell you what,
You know, some of that Black Patch fortune.
In real life, I have met a few individuals like her. And then when a dollar sign comes out, somehow their skew on things changes.
You know, there was a very famous wrestler in the 80s and early 90s with a miraculous and wonderful beard, much like mine, who claimed every week that everybody has a price.
Yep.
For the $1 Million Man.
Yes.
Clink. Oh my gosh. Jeannie goes, what is that, 1950? I don't know. I think
So,
Mrs. Choi just might want to have had the some of that Black Patch fortune, you know?
maybe, huh? And Brady's face,
Or what is it?
When
Basic
she-
black. Excuse me. The basic black fashion
Brady's
line.
face when suggested about planning a wedding, he looked like he was going to burst into laughter.
He's like, well, you're going to make these two gig. No.
What?
No. But much like Jeannie says, what is it, 1950? No, I mean, come on now. This is 2024. We'll figure something out. Ava, bring me my checkbook.
I tell you, Ava and Brady are going to be heating up big time.
I thought giving up
Ava
the baby.
and Brady like each other.
Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. And Kristen and Rachel don't like that. Laura says, I thought giving up the baby for adoption was a suitable compromise. I guess Mrs. Choi's just ready to have a grandbaby. You know, she's ready to be a grandma. Weren't
No, I
you
don't
ready to
think
be a
so.
grandma when your daughter was 18 years old? Not
Was I
from
ready
her.
to be a grandma? Not from her, but yes. Because your brother is 8 years older than her. So yeah, I was ready.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Somehow I think Aaron is the dad, says Jeannie. Wow, well that would be a twist.
Wouldn't that be something?
The kid just comes out with the biggest mop head, you know. That's not Tate's hair. That's not.
It's funny because you know that style of hair right now for young men is quite popular. Okay, so I know how they're getting that. Okay, these kids don't have moppy all this curls. They don't.
No, they have
They
product.
getting a lot of them are getting a gray rod size perm, just right here.
A perm? Perms
Yes,
are back
a lot
in
of the teenage boys
2024.
that have Aaron's hairstyle.
Oh my
A lot of the teenage boys
gosh.
that have Aaron's hairstyle, they have this fade or a shaved up here, but the moppy top, that's a perm. Perms are coming back.
Everything is a cycle, folks. You can never leave anything behind. It'll come back 2 or 3 times in your lifetime.
Almost every time now that I'm in the salon,
Yeah.
there is a 17-year-old boy getting an Aaron do.
Oh my gosh, an Aaron-do. I love it. It's like a Farrah-do.
Exactly.
But the Aaron-do. Oh my God. I had no idea. I didn't know it was... I don't hang out with kids. I don't know. I don't know what's in.
Yeah.
You know, when I think of a teenager, I think it through the lens of 2003.
Now, lots of people have got some natural curl and they don't need to get that perm. But a lot of the boys you see, I bet that Aaron boys do is a perm.
I bet
I
he's
bet
just
you.
sitting there in the hairstylist's chair at Burbank Studios, Days of Our Lives, waiting to walk on set, getting his perm redone.
Yeah, perm pollution still smells too.
No advancement in perm technology, everybody. It's still
Oh, it's
exactly
still
the same.
stinky. It still stinks.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I think I'm thinking, and I'm just basing this on I know they just switched out the actress, so she's not going anywhere. The character's not going anywhere.
Hmm.
I think that she's going to have the baby,
Oh yeah.
and I think she's definitely going to have the baby.
Hmm.
I don't think the baby will be far
And the
away.
baby will be kidnapped by
Maybe.
me,
I
Cloud
wouldn't be
Weston.
surprised. Now,
I'm back.
what she said about her mom makes perfect sense to me. I do believe this is what the mom will do. The mom will want to keep the baby and be the mother of the baby herself.
Oh
And
yeah.
Sophia's going to be forced to be an older sister.
Well, well. The
You
drama.
know, because I think a lot of the character that they're building of
Mrs.
Amy,
Choi.
Mrs.
Amy.
Choi,
Amy Choi.
yeah, and that's a I don't that's not fair to say, but because of her attitude and her Amy's perfect first name.
It's all right. You can do it. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, names are important when you come up with a character name. These aren't real people. This isn't a reflection
No.
on the real Amy's out there in life. But
Hmm.
naming a character is important. It can say a lot about somebody before you meet them.
Sure.
You know, you if somebody named Kimberly comes up and she's dressed in a particular way, then it's sending a particular message about this person before even a
Sure.
word comes out of their mouth. So it's all art, and it's all okay to say that her name is Amy and she's evil for it, like every other Amy on Earth. It's okay. It's
Well,
totally
what
okay.
you won't be, what any of these shows won't be calling a character for some time is Karen. Ain't nobody gonna be
Not unless
calling
there
her.
being one.
Not
That's for
unless
sure.
they're, yeah, and not unless it was very purposeful.
Oh my gosh. I respect, says Laura, I respect that Sophia's mother is sticking to her beliefs, but demanding that they all do what she wants is too much.
Exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm happy that your God says that, and that's great for your life, but that doesn't have any bearing on mine.
Hmm. Hmm. But I don't think I think Brady's going to be great in Tate's corner, and he's not going to allow the choice to mess with
No, they're
him.
not gonna like suck him in and be like, "You're marrying this lady, and you're gonna be a dad, and you're gonna go get a construction job and take care of your family."
Hmm.
Yeah, no,
Hmm.
they're not doing that. Laura asks, "Did Sophia and Aaron sleep together, or did I miss something?" I don't think that they did, not that we know of, at least.
Not that we know of.
But maybe Sophia's just you know, the the one that everybody knows real well. Who
Maybe.
knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure wasn't there some girl in your high school that was just so prissy and so perfect and so and but really she was a big old puta and everybody knew it.
Ooh, my gosh, swearing deeply in other languages live here on Days for Dummies. My goodness. Hide your children's ears, everybody. Sophia's about to be 18, I think, says Gina. Yeah, I think they're all, about to be 18 or
Oh, yeah,
already
they're
18,
seniors.
seniors in high school, about to be voting aged adults out there getting their
Sure.
first jobs.
Tate, Sophia, Holly are all seniors,
Yes.
and they only got 6 months left of high school. So typically, when you're a senior in that school year, you turn 18.
Heck yeah, I did. I did. I turned 18 and I said, screw this school, and I never went again. They still let me graduate. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? So
Yeah, he's
Javi doesn't
great.
really like Carrie that much.
Huh?
So Javi doesn't really like Carrie that much.
Oh no, he's using as a vehicle. He's using as a vehicle to get Leo a little jealous and stuff. You know
Hmm.
who else doesn't like Carrie very much?
The audience?
Yeah, me. I'm not a Carrie fan. I don't like the character.
Hmm.
I don't like I don't like the betrayal. I don't like
Just
him.
no,
I don't
you're
like
just not into
about
it. You're not into
I
it.
don't like anything about him.
That's
I
fair.
think he's a little bit boring. I
Hmm.
think he looks a little bit creepy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Um, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
like
think that you feel a lot like everybody else does. When it comes down to it, you can introduce a new character, and every once in a while, they're just an immediate dud.
and the fact that he's the whistleblower is a mighty disappointment for
It's a
me.
big disappointment.
It is. I didn't want him to be the whistleblower.
No,
That's
we wanted it to
boring.
be Gwenny
I
torturing her
wanted it to be,
Maddie.
or yeah, or just. I wanted it to be Gwen. I really did
Hmm.
because it would make sense for it to be Gwen for me.
Yeah.
Because I think if Maddie has not changed any of his passwords or anything in the past, since Gwen left,
Or he,
chances are, chances are Gwen would have had his passwords and
yeah,
whatnot,
yeah. And
and it
he
would have
doesn't
been
seem like the
easy.
type to do that.
He seemed no. No. Is
Or
he
he would
supposed
change it
now
from
what?
like Madonna to
Is it
Cher.
gonna turn out that he's this master hacker?
No.
Carrie
Yes.
is a master hacker?
I don't know anything about it. It's a disappointing revelation. I understand trying to give a new character something, Hey, this is the introduction of this new person. But
Mhm.
it's not immediately working, is what I can say.
You know what would have been fun? This would have been fun. It would have painted her as a villain, but that's okay. This would have been fun. It was Kate
Well, she's already kind of
purposely
villainy.
trying to derail Body and Soul,
Oh, for
whatever
the
reason.
insurance money.
For whatever reason, Kate is behind this whistleblower, and she was trying to kill Body and Soul. For what? For unknown reason for us that we would find out. That would be
She secretly has held a grudge against Abe for the last 5 years over something.
something like
Over
that.
something. See,
Like that.
this is why April can't come fast enough, right? Because this guy's just writing. He's not trying.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to April as well. I don't want to wish away 4 months of my life, but golly.
Oh no, I'll live the life until that point, but I think that we are going to get a subpar, less than interesting portions, not the whole thing, but portions of Days of Our Lives. I have no idea what to, it's not like they filmed it so long ago that it's not like they are gonna kill Carrie next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 But hopefully it gets more interesting, but I think it was a letdown for me, and I'm sure a lot of people, because I don't think people feel all that differently about things than we do most of the time,
Mm-hmm.
uh, are disappointed as well. What
Yeah.
do you think, Janie? You want that fool to be the
Well,
you want that fool to be the whistleblower?
Michelle remembers that Leo did turn Carrie down for a date, and so we had crazy Nurse Whitley, then we had crazy Connie, and maybe we're gonna get crazy Carrie next.
Hmm?
You know?
Maybe, maybe.
Oh no. Jeannie says
Yeah.
though it's time to move it along. Maybe it's time to move it along. Speaking of moving things along, they're moving Philip's stuff along real quick, and I didn't expect EJ to be like, "Oh, by the way, you and I need to work together, Rafe, to
I know.
to go kick Arnold to the curb." I wasn't seeing that one coming.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing that coming. But you know what? That's gonna work.
I mean, but what do they have to do that's all sneaky? Don't they have to just be like, "Oh, by the way, I'm Rafe. That's not me."
I think their plan is to somehow trap him into saying it himself.
Oh, because EJ doesn't want the whole thing revealed because he doesn't want to be in trouble for it. But why would Rafe
Right.
agree to that? I'm very curious.
I don't know. I
Oh
don't
gosh,
know.
bad guy Rafe. Rafe the bad guy.
But I don't think that Arnold's going to be around forever. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Arnold Finnegar.
Finnegar.
Finnegar. Well, EJ already separated him
That
from
last name
Jada.
just sounds dirty to me. I can't help it.
Oh, well, he's already EJ's already separated him from Jada. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like Arnold is going to be living Rafe's life in any sort of deep,
No,
intricate detail. Not that EJ is going to try to allow, at least.
no, I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's going to, and I think he'll be discovered somewhat quickly.
Just a little fun little side story, some sort of
It
launch of
is a
something
fun little
else.
fun. I like it for Galen because he got to, he
Well,
this Arnold has a swagger that
yeah, it's fun to
Raphael
do.
does not have.
It's fun to do something different. And poor Galen Gehring was knocked upon the head by Blake Barris. His no, he was stabbed. He was stabbed by Connie right in the back, or bashed over the head by
Yeah.
Connie.
And then
Uh,
she kicked him in the grave,
yeah,
remember?
yeah. So poor Galen was comatose. His
I
poor
know.
character had nothing to do for several months, whether while there was a serial killer on loose. So now he gets to play two characters. He's on multiple times an episode. He even gets to act with himself.
Yes, that's cool. I love that. That's all my children right there.
Yeah, it is. Jeannie says, "Of course, my poor Rafe. He's he's still in the dungeon in the promo, and I think it's Arnold that's going to be the one that comes out of the secret door when Jada's there. Probably. It's going to be
Probably.
confusing because Arnold's going to have to play not only Arnold, who was pretending to be Rafe, but also Rafe, who is Rafe, but still Arnold pretending to be Rafe. So Arnold's going to have to pretend to be two Rafes.
Is he smart enough for that?
No,
I don't think so either.
but it's going to be like that episode of the Flintstones where Fred was trying to be at two locations.
Mhm.
Like it
Oh
was
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
it was like Pebbles' birthday or
Oh,
something.
or even a better example, Mrs. Doubtfire in the restaurant.
Yeah, there you go. A more recent one. A definitely more recent one. Yeah, where they just has to quickly change clothes real quick. I'm here for that bit. If that's what they wrote, I want it.
I
And then of
wanted to
course it ends
that
with him being arrested.
that and that's comedy gold right
It
there.
is. It's comedy
Oh,
gold
Days of
because
Our
it's
Life. I hope you did that.
it's a well that is tapped, but it's not tapped too often.
It's not dry.
So they should do that. And this is why a writing team is important, by the way, because you saw how Ma and I just bounced this idea off of each other until it became a workable, fun thing. That
Mhm.
doesn't happen when you're sitting alone in a writer's room. You got to have a couple of people in there.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. But for me, I don't have any creative juices unless I'm with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
That
I
gets
mean,
me going,
I can
you
get
know?
started, but nothing is perfected until you've talked it out with somebody else. And
I
that's why
agree.
wrestler car rides are so important. Hi, Perry Von Vicious. Laura says that Galen seems to be a great actor to make two characters distinctive and fun to watch.
Oh, I love, his speech patterns are so different.
They really
He's
are.
got a pimp walk swagger that I love.
And we also got we got Deidre Hall gets to do the same thing because it's didn't we had Hattie on Hattie
Patty
hanging
was
out.
on this week.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. It's
she's
not a
trying to be resurrected.
yes, it's not a shadowy memory from another week. No, that was this week.
Hmm.
Yeah, so she gets to do the same thing, which I don't think Deidre Hall appreciates as much, but it is what it is. I would
Yep.
imagine that there's very little that I could be doing for Days of Our Lives right now that feels good enough,
Hmm.
given the circumstances of everything else.
Hmm.
So I don't know, but that's a good segue though to our cover girl cat.
Oh, CoverGirl Cat. Yeah, you know what? Chad's gonna fall for her now.
Oh yeah, I mean Julie's already noticed it.
Yeah,
Julie's
yeah.
already noticed it. But the cover girl is Kat as she discusses the heroic act of John Black.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hearing the truth from her own mother, Katarina,
Yes. And sharing that with Marlena, that
and
was
sharing it with
awesome.
Marlena. And yes, I'm glad that we got the conclusion of what this story was meant to be. I'm
Yes.
glad that they closed it out and told us what it was, what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Um, eh, from if you take a step back from it and analyze it as we do as podcasters, I mean, it's pretty obvious and clear why this came about the way it did, why it was just explained in a conversation. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure everybody, after hearing the story, just needed to pause, reflect, and just wonder what this would have looked like.
It was that it's the conversation seemed a little weird to me in a way because it the way they were talking, it was like Constantine wasn't her grandfather. Constantine's her grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they were talking about, when they mentioned him, it seemed like they were referring to him as almost as her dad. I didn't get it.
Mm,
I don't know.
mm, it's not.
I know.
It's not.
But I thought it was nice for Marlena, and she now really wants to talk to John. Now she's really trying to talk to him.
She's like, okay, I really need to get in touch with this guy, Shane. Shane
Yes.
Donovan. No, we're gonna get that
Yes.
scene coming soon that we saw in the preview where she's talking to Shane across the desk, being like, "Where's my husband?"
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you,
Yep, I
Marlena.
think that's coming pretty soon,
I can't
actually.
tell you at all. As a matter of fact, you need to turn and leave now, before you find yourself in trouble. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna put on her big drawer panties. She's gonna put them on tight. And she's gonna say, no, you
Imagine
tell me now.
she's
And
gonna.
then her eyes are gonna glow for like 5 seconds.
The devil's coming back. I can see her nodding, standing calmly, turning, walking toward the door, reaching up, grabbing a trench coat off of the coat rack, putting the trench coat on, wrapping it around her body, and tying it in front. She turns. She puts a detective hat on, and she flicks it in Shane's direction and says, "I'll get my own answers," and then leaves.
Yeah.
There you go.
She will.
There you go.
And you know where those, and you could, the person in Salem you could always rely on for some real true truth and some answers is good old Mr. Patch, old Patchy, Steve Johnson.
Ah. I've only got one eye. Oh, gosh. It makes sense. It wasn't Gwen, says Citra, just to cap off Lady Whistleblower, because she's not coming back till July, and they're not going to wait 6 more months. Sandra says, was there a clue drop? Her grandmother's name is Elizabeth. In Latin languages, Isabella. Things that make you go, Isabella is Brady's mommy.
Oh, that's right.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Of course, I
gosh.
didn't think about that.
I don't know if we would go that
I've
deep.
watched him for a year and a half.
Yeah, I don't know if we would go that deep with it, but maybe.
That'd be interesting, actually.
Marlena and Shane are close friends, yes. But that doesn't mean that Shane doesn't have a world-ending secret, a mission of epic proportions that John Black is on that he just can't reveal even to Marlena. I don't care how much we've been through, Marlena. I don't care if we've known each other since the olden days. I just can't say. Oh, come now, Marlena. No, I think.
Well, Marlena just might fly there,
Actually,
she might just say, screw it, I'm going.
Actually, what I'm, yeah, right. That was the whole detective hat and trench coat thing. Just a big red brimmed hat, and you just can't find her anywhere in the world. Carmen Sandiego style. I actually want to see Marlena and Rachel's therapy sessions. That's actually what I want to see. Because Brady and Kristen are like, we need to get this kid some therapy. And who better than Marlena Evans, folks? Who better?
Marlena is the pinnacle of psychiatry, of course. She can hypnotize you just sitting across the table in an uncomfortable chair. You could be in an uncomfortable wrestling chair.
Just a metal chair.
A metal chair. And if she looks at you, you will just go, ooh.
Now tell me about your relationship with your parents. I love my parents so much, but I like my daddy a little bit more than I like my mommy. I just want them to be together. Why is that? Because I'm evil. Okay. Rachel is evil incarnate. Got it.
I'm surprised,
work to do.
actually. I'm kind of surprised that Kristen didn't figure out Rachel before.
Maybe she knew deep down inside and just wouldn't admit it to herself. She's like,
Maybe.
no, not my little princess.
And and man, she's something else. She's a pistol for a little girl. And jumping into that room,
it was me. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Why are we replacing that little girl with somebody else?
I know, right? The
Oh,
only thing I can think of is they're going to Soros her.
I mean, not much though.
No, not
Not
much.
much. Not much. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, who knows,
Yeah,
right?
well, maybe they
Who
got some bigger
knows?
swings coming than just like brattiness, you know?
So, Matt,
Yeah.
I've heard a little bit, but do you know, all studios are black right now?
Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I think would think so.
I guess. I don't think that's the focus at the moment.
No.
But and then like with like it's impacted people like Eric Braeden and Cameron Matheson and such, and so if they had been scheduled to be on set, I imagine they're not.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I don't really know.
I heard that Prospect Park is shut down right now.
I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to rely on your information feed on that one, Ma.
Yeah,
But
I
it
don't
wouldn't
know.
surprise me at all.
It wouldn't be surprised me either.
No, now
Absolutely.
other stuff is where going. I still have to go to work.
Hmm.
Jamba Juice is still open.
I'm
We're here
sure a
in the
lot.
valley, so
Yeah.
yeah. Let's see, Brady, Kristen, Rachel. We talked about that. Let's talk about old Dougie 3 getting beat up, and Holly and tending to his injuries and getting Sarah involved. Now there's just like a whole thing.
Yeah. And how old is um Dougie supposed to be?
I don't know,
Because
21. I don't know.
I I don't want he and Holly to have a relationship. I think he's too old.
I think that it's the amorphous young adult age nonsense, and who cares? I mean, that's my stance on it. I'm telling you, you're wrong to have an opinion, but I'm unbothered. It's not like or maybe that's just gonna play into it. He's too old for you, Holly, but I love him, Mama.
Maybe,
Mm,
huh?
mm-hmm.
He may be. How long do you think before Dougie comes clean?
Never.
No, I think you think he's going to come clean, or you think he's going to be forced to come clean because he gets caught.
Caught how though? Surveillance. Julie's brother actually saw him as he was escaping through the window.
Johnson looks into it. End of story.
I just figured it out. I traced it to the pawn shop. The pawn shop led me to Leo, and Leo was easy to break, let me tell you. All I got to do is just glare at him with my good eye.
Hmm.
And he's just like, oh, it was Doug. Maybe, maybe.
Actually, there was a point where I thought that maybe Julie had figured it out and knew all along. There was a look on her face that did turn out to be wrong,
Ooh.
but wasn't a revelation. It was they're writing a, of course, and it's appropriate, a depression grieving storyline for Julie.
She can't even go to bed.
Yeah. She's just struggling so badly
She
now.
also needs Marlena.
She needs Marlena desperately. She
Marlena
does.
just needs to go on tour from character to character, helping them get over their
But I
issues.
thought there for a second, that she had figured it out, and the folks that were meeting him were somebody that she was setting up. I thought for a second Julie knew, but I
Nope.
was wrong.
Unless Julie's, going dark. Set
Yeah.
it up for old Dougie to get his butt kicked.
Yeah. But
Mm.
I did feel, well, that wouldn't be it. Wouldn't that be
As it
interesting?
turns out, Julie is the lone shark. She's the queen pin. She's been on top of this racket the whole time. She learned it from Doug.
Well, yeah, but I think, and Doug seems to be wearing on conscience a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's a good guy who found himself in some trouble. I'm always interested to know what it is that these people have borrowed this money for. Because even with the lack of extreme money that I've made in my life, and the choices that I've made with it, I don't owe hundreds of thousands of dollars to anybody, and I've never have. So I don't know what it is that these people do to get in this trouble, especially when they're still poor and have nothing. Is it
Yeah,
gambling?
and
Is it
it
drugs?
seemed
Is it
like
booze? Is it women? What is it?
with the necklace and what it looked like, and the $100 bills I saw in his hand, he didn't get very much money for that.
Right. He wanted
He
more.
did
He wanted more, and now he's gonna get it from Holly's grandmother.
not. Right.
You know,
I was like, oh my gosh, she let him in the Kiriakis house. He's gonna look for something to take.
he's well, unless he's trying to go legit.
Mm.
That or or Justin's gonna be like, hey, what Maggie? What happened? What happened to the gargoyle? What happened to the phoenix statue that we had over near the? What happened to the stone horse that's next to the
Right.
stairs? What happened to
Right.
that thing?
Well, and when it comes to baubles and baloney like that, he needs to head over to the Demera Mansion. That's where those little baubles and that baloney's at. Really
See, he'd get
good
lost in
stuff.
the Demir mansion though. It's too big. He'd
Oh,
make two left
he
turns and be
might,
like, "How do I get out of these hallways?"
and he might find the Rafe.
He's just suddenly in the dungeon, and he's like, "What is this? Who are you? Why are you down here?" And then boom, he gets beat
What
up
makes
by
me,
the butler. What's up?
it's funny. So you know how outside of the tunnel right there it says "Do not enter,"
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of like a wet paint sign. You just want to touch it now.
Did they fix up? Did they fix the room that Connie blew up?
Yeah.
They spent the money, and they're like, you know what? This Demir mansion's not the same unless we have a completely functional tunnel system. Let's get somebody down there to fix this one.
Oh, go ahead and yell and scream. No one will hear you
No
down here.
one will be able to hear you down here. See, they
Uh,
just need a place to hide people, I guess is what it is. Is the Demirs are like, we have to have a dungeon. You don't understand. Where are we
mhm,
going to put our enemies if we don't have a dungeon?
mhm.
See,
And
this is why Rachel's
but then
messed up.
but then again though they can always just say they don't have a dungeon. They have a safe
It's all save room, just in case. Just in case the
our
purge
safe room.
happens.
Yes.
That's a Halloween idea. That's if I was the writer for Days of Our Lives, I would do Days of Our Lives Purge Fantasy. Can you imagine? Explosives, action, adventure, crime that's legal. Oh my
Mhm,
gosh. But it's not the murderous
mhm.
kind. Like it's just people like stealing from each other or, you know, making illegal deals,
Yeah.
having a monopoly for 24 hours. Titan is on top of the world. That's what I would do. That's what I would do, and it would be super fun.
That's what you would do.
That's what I would do. So I wrote down a list, because I
Hmm.
was watching Days of Our Lives, and then I
Hmm.
was reflecting on Days of Our Lives, and then I was reading a little recap on Days of Our Lives, and
Hmm.
I felt compelled to write down 4 names because I just like them so dang much.
And what are they?
Xander, Steve, Marlena, and Kristen. I like Xander so much, Mother.
I like
I
Xander too.
enjoy him. And
I like Xander
I
too.
like him teetering on villainy, especially
I
when I
know.
know that he's not going to fall.
He just is always wrestling in his own mind, isn't he?
Right? But then Sarah's always there to like touch his enormous bicep and be like, "No, come back to this side, Xanderpoo."
Yeah.
And then he does. It's good. It's good. For those Zara fans out there, you picked well. You got on the right ship. I like him. I like them.
Like Poltergeist. Don't go into the light.
Don't go into the darkness, Xander. Don't go into the darkness. I'm glad that she doesn't sound like that. That Zelda Rubinstein is the name of the actress who plays. I don't know the character's name, but the one that said "Don't go in the light"
Mhm,
from
mhm.
Poltergeist.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, what a classic!
That,
What a character actor. I miss
that
her.
was a good movie.
Rest in peace.
First time I saw it, I was just like on the edge of my seat the entire time.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. I feel that way when I watch a new Star Trek movie. Like, what's gonna happen? I'm on the edge of my seat. Unless it's that Star Trek 2 Into Darkness, the second of the reboots. That one wasn't good. Anyway,
Wasn't
I like Xander and Sarah. I enjoy them together. I think that they're a great little couple. I want to see Victoria flourish and become a beautiful, young, successful woman. I like Xander's charm. I enjoy his humor. I like how he will also kick your freaking butt if he has to. And that's a lot of fun too.
Yes, he will. Yeah, he will. And and he and Philip in the office button together the desk.
Yes.
comedy gold. I
It's
loved
good
it.
stuff. It's good
I
stuff.
loved it. I loved it.
I
And
just enjoy it.
Philip is a rotten dude,
He sure
but
is.
I love watching him. I love his all his facial antics,
Mm,
all his goofy faces. But and I
yeah,
was proud of my girl though, Stephanie.
yeah. Well, she heard she
You know,
wrote
because I think
some BS right away and was like, oh, I don't have time for BS anymore. Let me explain to you this guy that I dated before you and his multiple personalities and how I don't have
uh-huh,
time for stuff anymore.
right, right. She was like, and she told on him too.
She started telling him. We'll see if she can finish.
Mm-hmm.
We
Mm-hmm.
will see if she can finish. Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know, Monday
Yeah.
might not be the finish of that sentence. It could be a car breaking through the facade of the front of the building.
It
Well, I
could
don't know.
be.
I don't know. Just boom, action event.
It could be.
Who knows? Who knows?
But
I don't
I
know.
was happy that Stephanie wasn't just, just like, oh, but you have to change and da, da, da. But no, she was like, nope, done with you.
Done, finished, finito.
Besides, she likes herself some Alex anyway.
She does. She does. She does.
And Alex likes her. Alex and Stephanie are actually, um, yeah, they should be together. And they will be
So
eventually.
that's the pairing that you support.
That's the pairing I support,
You
yes.
like Alex and Steph, not Philip and Stephanie. You would not like to see Philip and Stephanie reconcile after this.
No.
Okay. What about you, chat? Who would you like to see Stephanie wind up with? Alex? Philip? Or
Or you know what I would
or an
really,
airplane out of
or
town?
what I would like to see even more.
What's that?
Um, I think Stephanie is too much. I gotta have a man. Leave her assertive. Leave her, leave her single for a minute, and just I don't know. Give her some bell black balls for a couple of days. You know?
Ooh, I mean, they threw Trip and Wendy into that Saw bathroom. They can do
Mhm.
something with Stephanie. They can throw her into a Saw bathroom and have Steve have to go find her. Along the way, she busts out herself.
Mm.
A little action heroine there. Maybe give her a taser because they don't use enough tasers in soaps. You know, there's guns, there's
Mhm.
knives.
Mhm.
I saw a taser once recently, but that wasn't on this show, and it got me thinking. Days of Our Lives needs more tasers, but not the shocky kind that you have to press against somebody's neck, but like the police kind where you can shoot it from a distance with the diodes.
Or how about some bear spray?
Oh my gosh, Ma, you're thinking right. You're thinking right. Okay, somebody has a bunch of they're just threatening the Horton Town Square with bear spray.
Hmm.
All right. Steve Johnson's only half affected by it.
Yeah.
Michelle says Alex has my vote.
Yeah, I think Stephanie belongs with Alex. I do.
I don't like the history, says Laura, but I like Alex and Stephanie.
Mhm. I don't
Oh, I don't know
certainly
the
don't want to
history.
see
No, I
any
don't like
more.
the history.
I certainly don't want to see any more Alex and Joy. No, thank you.
I think that Joy can just joy on out of here.
I think Joy can just joy on out of here too.
Yeah, she
Body
can.
and Soul's about to take a rap anyway.
Yeah. And what is she gonna do then? What is she gonna do? Go work at Sweet Bits? That's not gonna happen. She's not gonna go
That's
work
not
at
much.
Sweet Bits.
The owner don't like her.
No, she's like, I don't like you, Joy. You don't bring that feeling to my life, and I would
No.
like you to exit it promptly.
Mhm.
You too, Johnny. Get the hell out of here. Piece of crap, Johnny. Should have known his last
Johnny.
name's Demira.
Yeah, I should have realized. I should have remembered.
Should've
AJ's
known.
damn father.
EJ and your mom, Sammy.
Ugh.
Oh God, what a dumb like. I'm surprised you're not worse than you actually are. By the way, I don't know how it skipped you. Now I'm worried for our kids.
happened.
Actually, if we had a kid, they're going to be pure evil because it skipped your generation.
I guess because they took out your eye, you got the evil gene taken out. I don't know.
It was the wrong eye. They took out the wrong eye.
And you know what they happened with Philip? They took out the wrong leg.
Oh my gosh! I just who hasn't had something taken?
right?
on the
Who
show.
has who has all their body parts?
I would like to know who has. Stephanie and Philip used to be engaged, says Citra. I didn't know that. Did you know that? Well,
Yes. Well, I didn't know about being engaged, but I know that they had quite a prior relationship.
they should not continue to,
Yes.
to, to do this then, because they know each other well enough already to know that it hasn't worked out.
Hmm.
Why would it work out now?
And I don't think Philip is falling in love with her anyway.
I think Philip is too evil right now to fall in love with
I think he's
anything.
being opportunistic,
He's
is what
just
he is.
trying to make sure that he can secure his bag, right?
Right. I mean, if he's kissing Stephanie at New Year's Eve and keeping his eyes open and looking at Alex like,
I'm just trying to turn the screws against you, Alex.
exactly.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
I don't
He's-
hate the Stephanie and Sarah friendship, says Citra.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Either.
That's fine. It's good to have friends on the show.
Actually enjoy
Somebody
the
to talk to.
Jada and Stephanie friendship.
See, Stephanie's a good friend, just a bad girlfriend.
You terrible girlfriend.
Just it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. I
And
don't
you,
even.
and you know what? She has a hard time controlling herself when she sees eye candy. You know,
She's
like
just a
somebody
looking.
like
Her eyes get
Alex.
black, wide like saucers.
Don't they? She
Mm-hmm.
gets really, really like, like her
I'm
brain
up a
cells
kid.
shrink.
Oh, I just can't.
She gets hot bothered, doesn't she?
Every time I see abs, I must stop what I'm doing to count them. 1,
Right.
2, 3, 4.
I'm surprised she liked what's his bucket when he came back into town all that much because he wasn't pretty enough.
He was too skinny.
Mm-hmm.
He was too skinny. And he couldn't decide what his name was.
Exactly.
Am I Bobby? Am I Everett? Am I both? I'm Everett and Bobby. I'm Bobrit.
Mm-hmm. Bobber. Yep.
Oh, I miss Bobrit so much. Oh, man.
Well, well, you know what's
Julie
one of the good
Dove,
things
leave your
about Days of
favorite
Our Lives
Bobrit
is-
memory in the comments if you see this, okay?
I think my favorite moment is when he got poisoned.
Oh, I mean, it was a great moment. I mean, so Blake Barris was not new to the show. He'd been on before as a different character. And it kind of, it gave him a moment to like really act. Because he hadn't had, like, that character was also a Carrie-sized flop when he first came on. And that gave him a moment to like die twice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was good. That was good on his part. That was a great performance. So I'll take his poisoning as your favorite moment, even though it was the last thing he got to do.
Yeah.
The chat's pretty unanimous when it comes to liking Stephanie and Alex.
Mm-hmm. Everybody kind of likes him, right?
Yeah. Michelle says your favorite Marlena has all of her body parts.
Oh, there
Hey,
you go.
she's never lost a finger. Like the devil didn't take her middle finger or anything. Just as a final fu, I'm taking your middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. What else is there? Edition Days calls her dickmatized. Oh, I see what you mean. Stephanie is
Oh, who?
Stephanie.
Stephanie?
Yes,
Stigmatized?
dickmatized. That's language that we don't use.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's quite the word. I don't think I would have ever come up with that word myself. So
Neither.
good work, Tony Moore.
It was like something James Lott Jr. would have come up with too.
Well, they're very good friends.
I know.
They got their start together over on Buzzcast or whatever it was. So
Mhm.
so yeah, that's
After Buzz.
that's what it was.
Mhm.
After Buzz. Buzzcast is something else.
Yep.
Lots of buzzes out there.
Lots of buzzes.
There's also a BuzzFeed. So yeah. Hi, Stephanie. I like Stephanie with Alex, says Stephanie. So Stephanie, tell us,
like Stephanie
what's it
with
like
Alex.
dating Alex, huh, Stephanie?
I think they've convinced me that they have like a real affection for one another.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're really like actually maybe falling in love. Does Alex have that capability? I'm not sure. But I think so.
I think he does now. I think he's discovered his ability to love. After
And
loving
he's,
all of that money and having it taken away from him.
yeah. And I think the Teresa thing did a number on him too.
He just can't trust anybody
Mm-mm.
other than Stephanie. Stephanie, you're just the girl who's been the best, the nicest.
Yes. I mean, how could she not be awesome? She's Stephen Kayla's kid.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is hard to not be awesome when you have that kind of parents, don't right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she'll
And
figure it out.
they haven't really shown us all that much, and of course they wouldn't because it just doesn't matter. But I don't know. Is she all that great at PR? I don't think so.
I mean, I think she's pretty good at it. She seems to have successful campaigns.
Yeah, I guess.
Things work out for her and her plans
Yeah.
and stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. 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 Okay. All right. Lightning round. Can Kristen and Brady get along for Rachel's sake? Yes or no?
No.
Are Doug and Holly good together? Yes or no?
No.
Oh
No.
my gosh. Do we care about Carrie? Yes or no?
No.
Oh my gosh. All three. No's. No,
No for me.
no.
No for
Kristen
me.
and Brady cannot get along. So they're going to be fighting. And then once Rachel walks in the room, they're going to be like,
Yes, I think there's going to be instances though. There will be a scene or two sprinkled in there of them getting along.
mm-hmm.
Now, what would make a united front with the two of them? What would make a united front would be Rachel having some kind of health crisis, some kind of accident, something like that. Yes, they would push all that dumb shit that doesn't matter aside. And what's really, really important would be obvious, and that would make them get along and maybe even reconcile.
Is Rachel getting kidnapped? Somebody said something about Rachel getting kidnapped. Is that the case?
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
Is
I haven't
Arnold
heard
going
that.
to kidnap Rachel?
You never
I don't know.
You never know. But that's the thing that I think that would unite them.
Mm-hmm. 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 Some
And
sort of
make them-
Rachel danger.
Some kind of Rachel danger.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That would, but without that, no, I don't see them doing anything but just fussing and fighting and fussing and fighting.
Okay. Okay.
You know? And
Yeah.
they are terrible examples.
They really
They
are.
really are.
They really are. She
They
needs
are
a
terrible
stronger
examples.
parental example. She needs to start living with like Chad.
Any kind of 15, 16-year-old antics that Rachel has coming up for them in the next 5 years, they deserve that nonsense because they are showing her how to be a big turd.
What? I mean, when it comes to the Doug and Holly situation, is just them waiting 2 years after high school graduation, second year of college?
Something like that. I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about little Dougie 3 right now. Of course, none of us like Dougie 3 right now because his biggest victim is Julie.
He did steal from Julie,
He stole from Julie.
and then that necklace could have like really been helpful to her in some way, or something.
Sure.
Well, now
Her intention was never to sell it, that's for sure.
no, but now Sarah, who's a Horton, knows that something's up with Doug.
Yes, she does.
All right. And she's not going to just be like, oh, I'm just going to keep the secret from Hope and Julie.
No, she's not going to. And you know what? And if he messes with her at all, he's going to ignite Xander.
With his baseball bat.
And you know Xander, he's always talking himself into not being old Xander. He has to have a daily conversation with himself of not being a villain.
Mm-hmm.
A daily conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If anything happens to Sarah or Victoria and they're really out of his life, he will dive into villainy.
Yes.
Dive into it.
Let's
He's
do
going
it.
to dive
Let's
into
see
it a
it.
little bit anyway. All he has to do is be pushed a little bit.
Do you like Dougie 3's tattoo?
It's like a half.
It's like a shoulder thing.
Yeah, a little half like yeah. No.
Look at that. Just no's to all of my lightning round questions.
No.
Pop quiz, everybody. Mom hates Days of Our Lives.
I love Days of Our Lives. And there's some accents that I don't like. And no, no, I don't like his tattoo. I don't like his tattoo at all. I don't like Maurice's tattoo either.
You like Steve Burton's though.
Yes, I do. You gotta be careful what you tat on your body, man. That's permanent. You can be careful.
Unless you get lasered off and then you can just have a scar in the shape of what the tattoo used to look like.
Yeah, lasered off never looks great. It doesn't.
Oh, goodness gracious. McGillicuddy. Do you know anybody with the last name McGillicuddy? I don't think I've ever met anybody.
Lucy on I Love Lucy.
Have you ever met a
her
real
maiden
life
name was
person?
McGillicuddy.
Yes, but have you ever met a real
I Love
life
Lucy.
person? A real life? I haven't. I've never. I don't think it's real. I think that's a comedy last name.
Maybe they're not in California. You know how some like there'd be regions
It's like
where
real big in
you see
Scotland.
so bad.
It's like Xander
Yeah,
McGillicuddy.
something like that. Something like that, yeah. Like for instance, if you go to Louisiana, you're going to come across a ton of French last names, that kind of stuff.
Yes. Yes, you will. Go there. Go hang out and go hang out in New Orleans, folks. Go hang out in New Orleans. Go enjoy a Mardi Gras. Have some seafood. See the sights. Visit the Moulin Rouge.
Yes. And that's where my husband's family's from. And one of his cousins, she got a nice French name. Her last name is Longlenay. I love it.
Yeah, I just imagine what it sounds like with the French accent applied to it. All right, folks. I think that's it. We talked about 5 days of our lives. 5 whole days. Lots of stuff. Many characters showed up. Some of it was great, some of it wasn't. But it all happened.
Did we hit all the bullets?
We hit all the bullets that I wrote down.
Oh, one thing I'm enjoying. I enjoyed Chanel running into Joy. And giving her a good tongue lashing.
Yes, that's always fun. That's always fun.
It's always fun.
That is always fun.
And Chanel's just like, and she's going to quit the body and soul. She's like, no, with the body and soul. And
we do have to talk about that. We have to talk about that, Ma. We do have to talk about that one moment there where she's quitting and she's like, recast me. And Abe was like, nah. And then she's like, I saw this one, my granny's show that she loved where this character, Babe, went in for a hug and came out as a different person. Oh my God.
And it was funny the way she
Ron
said
Cavalardi.
Came out as a whole new person.
Ron Cavalardi. You are watching. You're a big fan of 10th Floor Days for Dummies, aren't you?
I loved that. I love that. I laughed when she said that. I loved it.
Oh, it was so good. It was so good. and then he follows up with, don't go on soap Twitter.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it. I wouldn't anyway. Calling people out for being bad.
Some of the little things that they have said, true to life for soap operas and producing, directing, acting in soap operas. The little things that they've said are, true to life.
So fun. So fun though. So super fun. And that's what the beauty of Body and Soul is. It's not because we've had Hattie. It's not because Leo's a writer now. It's the moments of him trying to write Meliswin and then it getting leaked and knowing he can't. That sort of stuff. It's just things like that. I just wish somebody had been like, so you're just writing the history of our town as a soap opera? Oh gosh.
That's fun.
Oh no. That's fun.
It's
fun. So we'll see how all that goes. Arnold Vinegar short for this world.
Chanel is going to forgive Johnny. It's going to be a little bit of time, but she's going to forgive Johnny.
Maybe they'll have some, I don't know. I always want comedy on Days of Our Lives. I want some sort of like.
Me too. And I'm looking forward to the showdown too of Chanel because now she knows that EJ tried to pay Joy to leave. Joy told her,
information, bit by bit. Yes.
So not only
did you lie, but you also tried to get her out of town.
Right. I don't remember. Does Johnny know that EJ tried to pay Joy to leave?
I don't believe so.
Yeah. So that is going to piss Chanel off good too.
Well, maybe that's going to be the unifying moment where they're both mad at EJ.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, she's going to be going into those double doors of that living room, spitting bullets. Mad as all creation at EJ.
Bullets.
Yes. And it would be even more fun if she had her mama with her.
To also spit more bullets while also
Yes.
battling irradiation.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, my blood is green. Stay away. Oh, the goodness. Oh, no. Days of our lives. What will you bring to us next week? What
Mm-hmm.
will we see? What will you say? What will happen? Only time will tell. There's only a few people on this planet that knows, and it's because they filmed it.
Yeah.
Because they were there.
Yeah. There's nobody. There's no whistleblower for real.
Oh, yes, that's right, Sandra. They are setting up the Who Shot EJ suspects.
I heard that's coming.
Because that was part of the 2025 preview, is Who Shot EJ.
Yes. I don't think EJ is going to die.
Oh, no. No, it's Who Shot EJ, not Who Killed EJ. Even
Right.
JR didn't die.
Right.
All right.
I think, and you know what? Since it is EJ, there could be there's a long list of possible suspects.
And as it turns out, it was Gwen.
Mm.
It was Rachel.
Wouldn't it be crazy?
It was Aaron. It was Victoria. Dang that Victoria.
It's going to be somebody.
Holding a grudge already. Not even a year old. Already out for revenge. All right, that's it, folks. Class dismissed. Go home. Go home. Unless you got more classes on campus, then don't, because that would be a poor choice. You got to stay here for your other classes.
But you're going to have to go somewhere else because we need to let you call for.
Because you gotta, yeah. There's another lecture coming in, and it's about
come in from the doors on the left, exit the doors from the right.
There's really no time. Like, they're gonna come sit down right away, and we're gonna be getting booted from the lecture podium here in a moment.
Pick up your garbage. Don't leave it behind for somebody else.
Throw a little on the floor, though. Just a little bit. Just to stake your claim. Know that it's your place.
There you go.
Oh, gosh. Sandra says basically the whole class for 60 years will be suspects in Who Shot EJ, so that'll be fun.
Sure.
Because
the list is long. The list could be long. I mean, there's only a couple of people that, I would not say that Abe would ever shoot EJ. Okay. I would say that perhaps Marlena would probably never shoot EJ. I think that Maggie and Julie would probably never shoot EJ. But all the other ones would.
But what if they do?
What if they do?
It was the ghost of Victor Kiriakis.
There it is.
There you go. Do it, Days. Have the cojones. All right. All right, that's it. Get out of here, folks. Go back into the student union. Go have a little Jello shot of unalcoholic beverages. Just a little Jello. A little sugar to push you in through the next
whipped
morning.
Cream on it. Can I have a little whipped cream?
Yeah, but there's just no alcohol in it, though.
Oh, okay.
Okay, just straight up, just a little shot glass of Jello that is not boozified. Just a little perk, a little snack-a-doodle. As you take this break between podcasts. That's my suggestion. You don't have to. I was just saying maybe you want to.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going downstairs. I'm making me some avocado toast is what I'm doing.
That sounds wonderful for you, and I hope you enjoy that.
I will.
Good. We're getting down here, and we're gonna go walk across the state lines, and wind up in New York, here in less than an hour. So join us for that, as we're going to talk about General Hospital at 11. So go take a break, have some water, fill your coffee cups, have a little bit of breakfast, or a little bit of lunch, depending on your time zone, whatever it is. And we'll see you at about 11 a.m. Pacific time. And that's been it for Days for Dummies. We'll see you next week.
You've been Matt.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. We'll see you next week. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
And remember to swing for the fences, folks. I'm out of here.